It's Halloween.
Yay!
And what better way to celebrate than by watching a bad Halloween movie? Mr Boogedy is the most batshit insane movie I've ever seen. This movie has the devil, dad jokes, and every kid's nightmare fuel, Mr Boogedy himself. Released in 1986, this cult classic Halloween movie has one insane spooky secret that I will reveal later, because first, it's Boogedy time. The movie begins by showing us the family who have moved into their new house.
This is not only going to be the perfect town, it's going to be the perfect house.
Okay, I'm sorry, what?
All right. As advertised, definite fixer-upper.
So did the dad already know that this house was gonna be completely destroyed before he even bought it? Dude, imagine some old guy selling him this house. This house is horrifying!
It's 1,100 years old. The toilets, they're all clogged, and the ceiling fell down on me last night when I was taking a huge shit in all of the toilets.
It sounds fantastic. We'll take it.
What? Wait, really? I didn't even give a price.
Oh, you know me, I just love a good old fixer-upper. Dude, are you okay? Do you need to go to the hospital?
My main goal.
So they all enter the house, and the dad absolutely loves it. He just loves these scary things, and he's not affected, like, at all. But the rest of the family go to look for a light.
Over here, I think I found a lamp.
Let's see.
I'm sorry, how did you not realize that you were holding a skull until you turned the light on? Hey guys, check this out. This skull-shaped object really feels like a light. Let me just see what this... Then the daughter spots something a little unusual.
Look! Don't point, honey.
Ah, that is terrifying. So this mysterious figure walks on up to the family as like Terraria music plays in the background.
Wow.
How do you do?
So this is the best character in this movie, Mr. Witherspoon, and something that I didn't realize until I watched the only other video on this movie on this entire website. On Amy Talks About Stuff's video, she says that he's played by one of the best actors of all time, John Ashton, who, if you don't know, is actually Gomez Addams in the original Addams Family, which is pretty cool. Okay, so apparently the skull is how you turn on the lights. That's what I said. I was right. We get a warning from Mr. Witherspoon about the haunted history of this house and its tragic past. Then we finally hear about the main man, Mr.
Boogedy! 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 Boo!
I love how disappointed he looks right after he said that.
Boogedy! Boogedy! Boogedy!
I need a new job. Then the family starts exploring the house, and of course they split up because that's what all good horrors do.
I bet nobody here ever heard of Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, nah, I bet they haven't, and I bet they're totally missing out on some incredible music about a grown man singing about girls without their daddy's home. Bruh. Mr. Boogedy? No, Mr. Brucedy. Okay, cut that. So the daughter goes upstairs and starts to hear the sneezing, and meanwhile, the boys go downstairs and they sound like they're about to die.
Find any ghosts, fellas?
But it's just their goofy old dad. This then, for me, created like the theory in my head that the dad could actually, because like he's such a prankster and he doesn't believe in ghosts, he could be Mr. Boogedy. Or I don't know, that's just a theory. A Boogedy theory! Something else that's important to mention within the plot is that the kid finds this teddy bear downstairs, and then when the dad turns on the lights, the teddy bear is just gone. So that's something to keep in mind. Then we wake up the next day, and I just want to play this clip for you because it is amazing.
What you need, Jennifer, is a good breakfast. Start the day off right.
That's right, Jennifer. Eat the eggs!
What is that? Dude, that is just like... so funny. The glasses are so funny. Like the way they move and like the way the eyes change is really weird. Then I think the kid says like, eat the eggs.
Eat the eggs!
But the way he says it is so goddamn funny.
Eat the eggs!
So then we see more of the absurdity of the pranks within this family. Oh my god, no! Okay, I edited that, but that would have been so funny. The kid and the dad are just messing around with like fake prank toys, and this kid has a real gun. Oh no, that's the wrong one! Moving on. While eating their breakfast, the daughter starts to talk about like the weird sneezing she's been hearing upstairs, and then the family starts to ponder if this house is really haunted.
Believe me, there are no ghosts in this house. Gag City.
Oh wait, it's just this silly old dad goofing around doing another silly old wacky prank. Or was it? Okay, it wasn't. Or was it? It probably wasn't, but it anyways, later on that same night, the daughter is walking upstairs in that same spot that she was walking before, and she starts to hear the sneezing again. And this is where the movie really starts to get interesting. This guy must be truly horrifying because after this girl takes one look at his ass, she faints. Yo, is Mr. Boogedy really not hitting the gym? He's not on self-improvement or looks maxing? That ugly ass bitch. So then the daughter, Jennifer, wakes up and she has this to say.
I saw him! I saw him!
Who?
The Boogedy Man!
She saw the Boogedy Man!
His face, it was all yucky and like a grilled cheese sandwich.
Gross. Actually, why do you gotta hate on my boy Boogedy like that? He did nothing wrong. Except show his ugly ass face. Okay, so then the dad walks in the room and he's like, guys, there's nothing in the room. There's no Mr. Boogedy. Boogedy's fake. The Boogedy's not real. And then the daughter points out these huge ass green alien footprints covered on the wall.
Oh boy, these are great! Look at this! I can sell these.
The dad doesn't care. Okay, I know, honey, you did just faint from seeing the Boogedy Man, but look at these green footprints, aren't they amazing? Look, I can stick them on my face. So at this point in the movie, the two boys, dad and mum, don't believe that the Boogedy Man is real. But that all changes when a few minutes later in the movie, the boys start to see the toaster moving. But since this was what the dad did earlier with the sticky tape, they obviously think that it's fake. Until... So after that horrific moment, the boys do believe in the Boogedy. Like it's a religion. Oh, great and powerful Boogedy, please give me a sign.
Look, we're the only ones who know what's going on. It's up to us.
Look, guys, us two children and one grown woman are all that's able to stop this guy. So they go into town and enter this history-themed building to find my man, Mr.
Witherspoon, what are you doing here?
What am I doing?
Like, where am I? What? Oh, dude, last night was a movie, man. Mr. Boogedy, he turned up. Is Mr. Witherspoon okay? Then from what I've seen, like out of every single movie or show or piece of media that I've ever watched, this is the best flashback scene. I'm serious, this flashback scene is incredibly well done. So we get told the story about these group of pilgrims that love to laugh and have fun, you know, how pilgrims do. But instead, there's this one guy who does not like to laugh. And his name... I can't remember his name. This guy's your classic angry pilgrim. You know, inside of you are two wolves. This is one of them. He's a bit of a downer, and he yells this thing at the kids who are having fun, which sounds kind of familiar.
The children called him Mr. Boogedy because he delighted in scaring them.
Also, yeah, he looks scarily like Walter White. Jesse, I'm Mr. Boogedy, Jesse. We get an insight into Mr. Boogedy's love life, which should be a blank page. Ayo! Yeah, nah, Mr. Boogedy ain't getting nobody coming up to him, except for one.
I am sure that he trieth.
I don't think so, Mother.
Gross. So Mr. Witherspoon said that Mr. Boogedy wanted to marry her, but she turned him down. So, you know, what is the next logical thing that you should do after getting rejected? Selling your soul to the devil, because of course.
He sold his soul to the devil that night.
This dude really got rejected and said, yeah, I think I'm gonna sell my soul to the devil now. Dude, I'll tell you what. This movie is amazing. To sum it up, the devil, yes, the devil gives Mr. Boogedy this magic cloak who he uses to summon a spell on Marriott, which is the lady who rejected him and will only let her kid go if she decides to marry Mr. Boogedy. That's how the curse works, I don't know. But this causes Mr. Boogedy's house, apparently, to blow up for blow up, and then for every house built in that location to then be haunted. I need therapy. Getting back on track, the kids come home and the dad is just desperately being his annoying, goofy self. He's trying to prank them and scare them, and the mother isn't helping much either. Okay, I know my laugh is bad, but that thing is hideous. All right. So it's at this point in the movie when shit starts to get insane.
This house is not haunted.
Oh, okay. What is going on? What the hell is that? What? What? I told you this movie was insane. These long-fingered hands just like rise into the air, the piano starts to play itself, and this mummy is hilarious. I love this movie so much. You would think that after seeing the most proof ever that ghosts are real, that this family would skedaddle out of there. And believe me, they do. But the dad is not having it.
I'm not spending another night in this house. It's full of ghosts.
No, wait, relax, everybody.
Hey, whoa, guys, come on. That stuff's not real. There's no such thing as the... Hello, it's Editing Ben here. Hi. I'm here because there's one particular scene in this movie that I some reason forgot to talk about, even though I wanted to talk about it, but it is like my favorite scene in this movie. There's the mummy dancing, and then there's this scene. Other way around, I don't know. But it's this scene. I'm just gonna play it.
Suddenly, there was a noise. It sounded like...
It's so good. It's the best movie. I love it. Okay. Back to the video. Something I adore about this movie is the direction of it. Not the left, right, up, down of it, but the... goddamn. But the director, Oz Scott, using the 4:3 ratio so perfectly and using these really well shot scenes to perfectly show the movie. No jokes here, it's just great. I said there were no jokes. So in the middle of the night, the mum wakes up and continues to have the most insane midnight snack I've ever seen. One whole loaf of bread, a bell pepper, a tomato, and 50 slices of packaged cheese. The plastic one. Anyway, while she's eating, she starts to hear a knocking sound, and then this happens. No way, there's a ghost woman. That is some spooky stuff. So the mum says this.
Are you a ghost? Yes. Oh, dear.
The most casual reaction to seeing a ghost ever. Boom! Are you a ghost? Yeah. Dope. I knew, right? So we come to find out that this is the Lady Marriott. You were keeping up with the law, right? So basically, her son is trapped inside the house by Mr. Boogedy, and for him to be free, and for her to go inside the house, Mr. Boogedy needs to perish, which is a fancy word for saying die. So the curse can be lifted, and the mum can reunite with her son. Okay, and then the movie gets really good. They sneak upstairs, but the little boy, of course, gets distracted, and of course, he goes to the basement. The other boy also follows him as the rest of the family goes upstairs to kill Mr. Boogedy.
Oh boy, this I gotta see. Dad's gonna negotiate with Mr. Hamburger Face.
Oh boy, this one I really got to see. Hot cha cha.
I also doubt that his face really looks like a hamburger, but if it does, then his weakness has just got to be munching down on his face. Okay, so they open the door and... yeah, there's nobody there. So then we cut back to the kids, and I'm thinking, oh, these kids are gonna die. Okay, I was right. That kid's for sure dead. No, he's fighting with another kid who's different because he's blue. He's the son to the pink ghost lady who stole the kid's teddy bear, or borrowed it, as he said. I don't think that's how that works. Hey, can I borrow this? I just don't plan on ever giving it back. Okay. So the kid gives the teddy bear back and they become friends. Okay, who cares? Where's Mr. Boogedy? Well, that question is shortly answered, but first, oh my god, he's coming.
What are you talking about? Calm down. Who is coming?
I am. That was my impression of Mr. Boogedy. So chaos erupts as a big flicker of lime green light flashes, and out comes what you've all been waiting for, Mr. Boogedy. Gross. He's really gross. Well done to the makeup team because he is hideous. So this abomination of a human is probably my favorite villain of all time. So the dad tries to get a word in, but Mr. Boogedy ain't having none of it.
Look here, Boogedy. Don't you think this haunting business has gone far enough?
Boogedy! Boogedy!
Okay, so you don't want to talk.
Okay, hold up. Mr. Boogedy zaps the shit out of this family who are just somehow immune to electricity. If this was real, they would be dead.
Boogedy!
Also, I love how casually the dad is talking. He just got struck by lightning, and he sounds bored. The next part of this movie, I was speechless. Dude, I cannot handle these close-ups. It's so close. Oh my god, I do not want to see that. I love this movie. The kids are just trying desperately to stop Mr. Boogedy, but of course, it's Mr. Boogedy, so nothing's working. The older boy's like whacking stick gets zapped, and then he starts flying.
Corwin! Help, Dad! Corwin! You let my brother down, you creep!
I'm coming.
His face. I love this kid's brain because he's in the air floating and he's like, help, I'm floating, help me. Maybe try, I don't know, letting go.
Okay, let go, I got you.
Oh, I can't, my hands are stuck!
Okay, damn, this kid proved me wrong immediately. That's just a valuable lesson of So nothing seems to be working. The whole family's been zapped with Mr. Boogedy's, you know, little electric fingertips, except for this one kid who, of course, I forgot his name.
You stop it! You stop it now!
The boy starts shooting like the ping pong balls out of the dad's like prank vacuum cleaner, but then Mr. Boogedy Uno reverses that and shoots them straight back at the kid. The little kid starts sprinting all over the house and the whole family is just yelling at him. Move your fat ass, kid! Run! Kill him! Grab his dick and twist it! It's a good old dick twist! Oh my god, that's traumatizing.
Get away!
Give me back my cloak, you little...
Literally the only commentary I'm giving is just repeating Mr. Boogedy's lines. Now, you know how I was talking about there was that one secret at the beginning of this video? Well, that secret that I've been saying it's secret, is that this movie is a Disney movie. I am dead serious right now. I originally found this movie looking through like the bad Halloween movies list, and I found this, and I was shocked that it was by Disney. It's on Disney Plus, so you can have a blast, you can have a field day after if you want to watch this, but we're almost done with the movie. I just wanted to say that because it is just an insane thing that this movie, with like the devil in it and this weird ass ugly green boogedy guy, is made by Disney. Back to the movie. So Mr. Boogedy's dead. Yay! The kid and his mum finally reunite. Woo-hoo! And there's
No such things as ghosts. You wanna bet?